badger. Badger. 13 fans. Good morning, folks. Today we're going to be feeding with badger on the left, pixie on the right. It's a pretty cool morning, so they're acting a little frisky. But anyways, come along with me as I feed some cattle and haul some hay around to some pens so we can feed the horses too. Alright folks, so we got the grain all loaded up. As you can see here, 4 buckets. And now we got to drive over to the calf pen. Here, feed them. I had a seat on this wagon, but went to took it off for get some good pictures of them. It's just a piece of plywood and I just filled the feed sack full of twine and net wrap to give a little cushion. So it looks kind of trashy and redneck, but I don't know where it went. So before we got in the field for a wagon ride, we'll have to find that. If you're wondering what we feed the cows, it is a mixture of crushed corn, soybean meal, oats, and then it has a little bit of vitamins and minerals, a little bit of oils. If you know anything about cattle, you'll probably think it's kind of weird that we give them oats, but it's mainly a mix for all these horses. Right now, I think we have upwards of 80, 90 horses with foals. So it's mainly for them, so we have to feed these cattle a little bit more because oats don't have a lot of energy. Come right over here to where we unharness. They probably thinking it's about time. You can see we're slowing down a bit. Team. Out. Okay, team. Walk on. Come on, team. Team. Oh, them cows eating here. Gee, little Jeep. Try not to park them too close to the bunks. or else they would walk over there and try to eat some. Alright, so we got all these cattle fed here. So now we have some pens with horses in them that need some hay. So now we're going to go get some bale of hay for them. Small square. And show you maybe feeding them to the team. So here we go. We're gonna pull into the hay shed and get some hay. I believe it's grown off this joint. They have a lot of hay, lots of different kinds. These are pretty dense, heavy bales, so we don't need to feed it as much. G team. G, MG. Alright, walk on team. What? Lost my glove. Okay, team. Walk on. Badger, walk on, team. Ha, team. That's some good alfalfa, so I like that. Ha, team. If you've ever dealt with minis, or ponies in general, you know they like to eat. It's really easy to get them really fat. G. Some of the mares out there looking good. G. Now. Team. Trying to go in that open gate. There's their pen where they live. So we'll go drop a bale of hay off for them. These are actually not the mares I was talking about. Okay, team. Walk on, team. Team. But in the summer, they were being real good. Had them pretty broke, I thought. And then It went from about 85 here one day to about 40 the next. And it's probably around 50 now. But this weather change, not driving them super consistent, they've been kind of slacking on the job there. Yeah, naughty. They'll figure it out. Here's our stud here. His name is that Swagger Cat. He's a son of Highbrow Cat out of, I can't remember his dam's name, but I do know one thing. Whoop. Oh, That's Smarts. He's out of That Smarts, who is the best, she produces the best crosses of Highbrow Cat. So, if you think about it, technically, he is bred better than Metallic Cat. But he had a lot of potential, the old owner said, but his owner died and he got tied up in court, and he's got some issues down there with his hocks, and they would have fixed it when he's young and kept him in training, he would be a pretty nice horse. But now he's just an old cleanup stud. I say that. We've had some pretty nice colts out of him. Alright, y'all. I'm going to do my best to film this turnaround here. Okay, team. Walk on. Walk on. Okay, team. Come, G. Come, G. Come, G. Come, G. Come, G. Come, G. Okay, walk on. So you just turn this fifth wheel right there on the back. What's nice about these fifth wheels, so you can turn them around. But a problem with it is when you get them turned around the front corner of the wagon right there, on the other side, will dip down because there's no support. It's like a three-wheeler almost. So you got to keep the weight in the back, or the center, right in the center, like you're on a bicycle. Which is fine, but it's just kind of little badger. He's a gelding, but thinks he's a stud here. Here's some of the mares we got. All of them should be, well, are pregnant as far as we know. With cutting horses. I know they don't look like cutters, but I'm not carrying them. Most of them are not carrying them. They're just recips. We got some Mustangs, Atlases, but I know we got a bucking horse out there. So yeah, recips. That's just a very small number of the ones we got. Team. Trying to make it on the video so you can tell these ponies true size, but they look a lot bigger I feel like on here. They're only 30. Feeling frisky is what they're only 30 pixie over here on the right. It's only 32, or 31, I'm sorry. Badger's 32. Pixie's 31 inches tall. Not years, inches. They're only around 12 years old. 12, 13. You never really know with minis. They're little. They're both. I know Badger was going to be a puller and then he failed. He didn't have the work ethic. And Pixie, I don't know if they ever trained her, but they were going to pull her and I don't think they found a mate her size. So they never did. I've had Badger for 2 years. Badger is the first pony I got. Got him just by himself. And I wanted a teen. So then, about a year and a half ago now, maybe less than that, a year ago, last July. Not this July, but last July of last year. We went to my cousin's house, well, my mom's cousin's, and she had this pony running around unbroke, so I bought it for pretty cheap. And she actually came with that other pony that you saw in the short, if you watched that too. And I didn't really want him because he's also a stud. But so I was gonna break him and sell him, but he's real lame right now on his hind feet, so which kind of stinks. Just can't do anything with him. But hopefully it'll be better soon and we'll start driving him and selling. Okay, I'm gonna load another, just a little different hay, a little better hay. So I'm gonna load this bale, and then we'll get these guys fed. And we got a little more things to do with them. Whoop, team stand. Okay, team. Walk on, team. Team. But in the summer, they were being real good. Had them pretty broke, I thought, and then it went from about 85 here one day to about 40 the next, and then it's probably 50 now. But this weather change, not driving them super consistent, they've been kind of slacking on the job there. Yeah, naughty. They'll figure it out. Our stud here. His name is that Swagger Cat. He's a son of Highbrow Cat out of, I can't remember his dam's name, but I do know one thing. Whoop. Oh, That Smarts. He's out of That Smarts, who is the best, she produces the best crosses of Highbrow Cat. So if you think about it, technically he is bred better than Metallic Cat, but he had a lot of potential, the old owner said, but his owner died and he got tied up in court, and he's got some issues down there with his hocks, and they would have fixed it when he's young and kept him in training, he would be a pretty nice horse. But now he's just an old clean-up stud. I say that. We've had some pretty nice colts out of him. So these are my little sister's 2 bucket calves. Cake's the one with the black and Sprinkle's got the white. This is our half of our geldings. Almost all of our horses are mares. So Leo's the red roan and Snickers is the sorrel. They're both good broke horses. Leo, however, he's really good. Snickers, on the other hand, needs a fine adult. Ride him just because he's back. Just because he is, kind of gate sour, and when it's cold, he can not buck, but just kind of hump up and be all stiff like a board. But they're both pretty good. My little sister rides the red roan, Leo. And Snickers pretty much just gets used. It's just a using horse. Sometimes he goes over to the feedlot and feeds, but for the most part, he's just a turnback horse. Using horse. Like if there's cows out, we'll get on him instead of my cutter. So we can't tell it what we're doing.
You tell her. My voice sounds really weird in the camera.
Keep it straight. Damn. You're walking a little sluggish right now. We're gonna keep the ride fairly short because we're probably gonna end up doing evening chores too. Make sure you keep the tape. Badger. So if you look, right behind the evener where we're connected to the wagon, that's a PTO shaft. The reason they're so far away from me, from the wagon, is because this wagon's actually meant to be pulled by a handle, and there's a handle right there. So I had to do some jerry rigging with that PTO shaft, because this tongue is meant to, like just a receiver hitch, like you'll see on those newer 4-carts or whatever. So we had to use that to make that stiff, and that's why they're so far away. And then, if you'll notice, we got twine kind of tying our trace chains and our hooks together. And then the single twist. That's because the hooks, it's got that little knob on there on the end. And the trace chains aren't big enough to fit around it, so I'll have to grind it. Probably grind it down. But if anybody watching has a little pony wagon fit for a little team of minis, something like Horse Stuff with Jeff has, let me know. Looking for a new wagon. I'll probably just build a wagon on some running gear. That'll be a little different than this. That's more fitted for these chores. Because this little gorilla wagon, it's fine and it works, but it's just not the greatest. It'll be pulled by horses, you know. So if I need some 3 feet away from it. It out on it. Zoom in on it. So hold it steady. Easy, crashed on the leg.
Now can I end it?
Yep.
Hey, I didn't start. Oh, here I started. Another video. That would be a really, really long video, Grant. Nobody would want to watch the whole thing.
a little bit. Make it warm. There, no. One more. Down through the creek we go. Down the big tree.
You toss it right in the way.
Oh, get the dog. You don't want the dog.
Well, I can't.
No.
It would be a bad thing to get him to jump off in the video.
Stop. You're okay, buddy.
Should I end the video in case Utah jumps off?
Don't jump off. He's gonna let him go. Badger. Walk on, team. Step forward, Elena.
I ain't got the dog.
Move, dog. Move, dog. So, on behalf of Little Badger and Pixie, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have anything you saw that I could do better on and you have some ideas on how to fix that, please put them in the comments below. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. So yeah, see you next time. God loves you.